welcome back to my channel. This is the Mental Wellness channel with Waihiga. If you're new here, I hope that you stick around and take a listen to what I have to share. Today, I want to talk about where my motivation comes from. I am a survivor. Before I get into that, kindly like, share, and subscribe. Join the Mental Wellness family. When I say I'm a survivor of so many different things. I'm a survivor of alcoholism, bipolar, type 2. I'm a survivor of suicidal attempts. I'm a survivor of depression. I'm a survivor of abusive relationships. I'm a survivor of rape. And this morning, I was listening to that song by Destiny's Child called Survivor. And it immediately put me back in my element. It reminded me of who I am. And I am a survivor. Sometimes I have the tendency to forget who I am and what I'm made of when life gets lifey. I forget that I am a survivor. I will survive. I have survived. I will continue to survive. There is no other way but to survive. And so that's what I want to talk about in this video. When I was 9 years old, my dad bought me the CD for Destiny's Child. It was their singles for Survivor. He was in the US. He had traveled to the US in 2001. So he came back with the CD and the singles of Survivor. So it was Survivor and like 3 other remixes. And then he also came with a cargo camouflage kind of outfit. Because the theme for the video was Survivor on an island, right? And I used to wear that outfit all the time. I used to play that song and those singles all the time. And I believe that song entered my subconscious when I was like 9. And it never left me. Because whenever I put on that song, something snaps into me and I just go into beast mode. Not really understanding what it meant, but saying, yeah, I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. I will survive and keep on surviving. Thought I couldn't last without you, but I'm lasting. Thought that I would dead without you, but I'm living. Thought that I would fail without you, but I'm on top. Thought it would be over by now, but it won't stop. Thought that I would self-destruct, but I'm still here. Even in my years to come, I'm still gonna be here. Hey. So I used to blast that song all the time. And then when I got to about 12, 13, I started dealing with an eating disorder where I looked at food as my enemy because I was an overweight child. So I went on a very restrictive diet and I wasn't diagnosed, but I believe that, I was anorexic. In essence, what I did is I stopped eating and I exercised all the time. I became addicted to exercise. And what this caused was, obviously I lost a lot of weight, but I was really unhappy. I was really unhappy with myself and my inner self. But I still kept going back to that song. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I learned the dance routine to the songs and the video. I would do my sit-ups to I'm a survivor. I would do my push-ups to I'm a survivor. And there's just something about that song that just gets me in a different mood. And I've noticed that in all the challenges I've had in life, whether it's people that are trying to steal my light, whether it's challenges, whether it's even self-destructive ways I've tried to soothe myself, whether it's becoming an alcoholic, having bipolar type 2 depression. These are things that I couldn't have foreseen or couldn't really have played much part and said, yeah, I don't want to be an alcoholic. I became an alcoholic. I don't want to have bipolar type 2. I have bipolar type 2. Dealing with these things, it's made me so much stronger. And I just had an epiphany when I listened to that song again today that indeed I am a survivor of many things. And the context in which a survivor and that term is used today is a rape survivor or a survivor of domestic violence, which is good. It's a thing. It's something to overcome. Instead of saying that I am a victim, it's empowering to say that I'm a survivor. But survivor goes beyond saying that I am a victim. Like, I have been through some challenges and I have survived. And I think most of my challenges have been internal challenges, fighting myself, fighting who I am, fighting my perceived notion of life, fighting God. That is the hardest fight. Fighting God, because God will humble you each and every time. And it's a good place to be in. If God is for me, who can be against me? Many people have tried and failed to steal my light. You can't do it, because if God is for me, who can be against me? So where does my motivation come from? I believe that God knows his people and predestined his people before we even find our way back to God. I believe that life is about finding our way back to our Creator and our way back to God through a series of challenges. And in life, if you don't take heed to those challenges, if you don't understand that those challenges are meant to bring you closer to God, then where is your strength ultimately going to come from? Because it can't come from you. So it's either going to come from the devil or it's going to come from God. Don't be swept up in this notion of the world that, oh, the devil doesn't exist. I think one of my favorite quotes, and I forgot who said it, but it goes something like this, and I'm paraphrasing. One of the devil's biggest tricks is tricking the world and people that he does not exist. If we can acknowledge that good and bad exist, if morals and laws and bad things happen, there's definitely a good side and a bad side. Where did that origin come from? Where did that originate from? From God and from the fallen one, from the enemy. So in this life, I've chosen my path back to my Creator, who is God. God made me, created me, and through a series of challenges, very difficult challenges, alcoholism, bipolar type 2, very abusive relationships, suicidal ideation, battling my flesh all the time, I've had to come to ultimately and solely rely upon God, upon my Creator, upon the one who made me, for everything, for my sanity, for my sobriety, for my motivation, for my will to live, for my ideas, for what to eat, for everything. Self-will doesn't work well with me. I've proven that to you and to myself as a recovering alcoholic. Self-will run me to the end of a bottle. That's what it did for me. Self-will runs me to want to end my own life. That's where it runs me. But if I hand everything over to God, my Creator, which is very scary, I won't lie, it's very scary. But once I do that, things just work out and I am able to survive with a grace and tenacity and perseverance that is beyond human understanding. Because if I look at my story, and if people look at my story, people would understand that other people have died for way less. So why is Waihiga still here? I'm not special. I'm not any special. I'm not any different than other people. The only thing that I have chosen to do is to rightly hand over this spirit and this life that was given to me by my Creator back to my Creator, God, its rightful owner. And I wanted to do this video and say, this is going to be self-motivation, and Survivor is that song that I put on and I'm just like, beast mode, yes, I'm a survivor and I keep going. In all honesty, I survived because of the grace of God. I survived because of God. That is why I survived. There is no other way about it. I don't put myself to sleep. I don't wake myself up in the morning. I don't give myself these motivational talks. I don't get myself out of depressions. God does it for me. God keeps me sober one day at a time. I just hope that this helps someone. And honestly, in this world of self-help and self-help manuals, I don't want to give you suggestions or advice that will just take you round and round and round in circles. There is no other way but through the Father, There is no other way. If you've been running away from God, it is your time to stop running. There is no other way. What is your choice to be? Either God exists or he doesn't. Either you keep living life the way you've been living it, or you turn your life over to whoever created you, that is God. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you found this video helpful. Kindly like, share, and subscribe. Join the mental wellness family. Until the next video, guys. Bye-bye.